Hi there, Brian Conway here from Achieve Success, and welcome to 4-Minute Friday, where I literally ask for 4 minutes of your time to share with you some sales insights, some strategies, tactics, principles, cheats, hacks, whatever you want to call them, but things that will help you sell more, whether that's from lead generation or closing, objection handling, whatever it might be. Now, this week's insight is taken from a conversation I had this week with a customer who said, Brian, surely if we just throw enough mud at the wall, something will stick. And I really dislike that as a sales principle, but it's probably an expression you may well have heard. Sometimes people say, oh, it's a numbers game. If we just do the volume, well, we should achieve our goals, which you may well do. But from my perspective, it's a very ineffective way of selling. I truly believe that less is more. So I want to introduce you to a principle called the Dream 100. Now, Dream 100 is about identifying your perfect customers and having a very specific plan of engagement with them. And I compare this sometimes to a sniper versus a foot soldier. And we've often seen on the news or in movies where you have the soldier, with a machine gun spraying bullets in the hope that they actually hit target. And sometimes even shooting around corners or over the top of bunkers where they're not even looking at what they're aiming at. But their objective is that hopefully something will hit their target and they'd achieve their objective. Compare that to a sniper who is very methodical, very focused, highly targeted, one key objective that they're trying to achieve, all planned out, know exactly what and when and how they're going to do it. Well, if we use that as a metaphor or comparison to selling, throwing enough of mud at the wall is a bit like the bullet spraying. We're just putting loads of stuff out there. Now, sometimes that seems like the right thing to do because people will say to me, well, yeah, but Brian, my product or my service, it's appropriate to anybody and everybody, so why shouldn't I put it out into the market? Part of the challenge there is the market will not see messages that are quite generic or one-offs, because we get about 4,000 messages bombarding us, advertising messages bombarding us in any given day. So you've got to try and cut through the noise. And the one way to do that is to get highly focused and highly targeted like a sniper. So I use a principle called the Dream 100, and I ask my customers to really try to focus down on some ideal customers. If you can have 100 of your ideal customers, who would they be? Now, 100 is just a kind of generic number. I have some clients that have their Dream 190, their Dream 220, and so on. But I also work with some account managers who maybe have a number of named accounts. They might have 50 named accounts, but in there's 10 ideal. If they could just win those 10 ideal customers, they would either hit target or they're just perfect for their business. So you need to start a list of who is your dream customer, and a simple spreadsheet. It doesn't have to be onerous, this activity, and just list who they might be and gather some of their details. But think about the size of the organization, the number of staff, perhaps their turnover, their geographic reach, whatever it might be that's appropriate that makes them ideal. And then you want to put in a systematic campaign or plan of a series of steps that engages with them on a regular basis. So there's two parts to that. There's kind of pre-introduction. So that's introducing yourself. Remember, people buy from people they know, like and trust. So the first thing is they've got to get to know you a bit. So that might include reaching out to them on LinkedIn for a connection. It might include sending them a physical letter or a series of letters or a series of emails or something that introduces you before you ever start kind of engaging with them on a more personal basis. But it also includes follow-up as well, a systematic follow-up process. I find so much money is wasted because people engage with a potential prospect and then that's it. It's kind of just move on to the next one. It's that numbers, next, rather than actually focusing more on the ideal customers. So and with automation today, you can do a lot of follow-up without actually creating any additional work for yourself. So think about that. Who are your Dream 100 customers or Dream 50, whatever's appropriate? What would be the number in particular that would help you hit your target? Now, it's 4 minutes up. I hope you found that useful. Think about who is your ideal and get focused and get highly targeted, and let's take them out and make them customers for your business. I look forward to seeing you again. I'm Brian Conway from achievesuccess.co.uk, and have a great weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.